Hey, YouTube Scarpads domain, back at you. Happy Easter, everybody, and happy end of the line for Rick Grimes as we finally come upon this season. Yes, the season finale of the one who lived, the ones who live, the many that lives. And joining us again this week to go over the final epic conclusion to the story of lovers Rick Grimes and Michonne, whatever her last name is. It's Dylan. How you doing, Dylan?
What up, motherfucker?
Hey, happy Easter, man. Happy Rabbit Day.
Happy motherfucking Easter.
I hope you were able to have some ham and have some fun today. So,
Yes, sir. Yes,
can you
sir.
believe 6 episodes went by just like this? Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, went by
Just
quick.
flew right by.
Yeah.
So here we are, episode 6. And okay, first off, I will say my prediction that Michonne would die did not come true.
Yeah.
No
did.
one actually died.
They sneaked you there with Rick, though. They did try.
They
maybe it would be Rick.
They almost had a Glenn moment there, but we'll talk about that in a second. So episode 6, the ones now everybody knew that we both liked episode 1 a lot. Right. I think kind of in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Episode 2 was all right, but we agreed that we spent a lot of time on people who basically died and didn't matter.
Right.
3, 4, and 5 were the issues. We got a lot of filler there, a lot of stuff that didn't advance the story, a lot of stuff with Jadish where they eventually killed off in the last episode. And then it leads us to episode 6. We said we're going to, they'll do a 5-second wrap-up. Basically, here's what happens. This episode begins with Rick and Michonne's last night together before they decide to take on the CRM, the CRV or whatever, CRM. They both go back. Rick gives up, and Michonne sneaks in, goes into Jadis's quarters, which is huge, man, full of paintings. And I found it funny that she hid the fucking the big thing they were looking for was hidden up the fucking ass of the fucking cat she gave to Rick in the junkyard. That cat that Rick took that she wanted back so bad still had it. And she shoved the fucking plans up the cat's ass. I thought that was appropriate. Pretty appropriate. Yeah, so she found that, tore up in little tiny pieces, took out one of the CRM guards. And then they both had the big thing we're waiting for, the big meeting. Rick had it with Terry O'Quinn's character. Michonne just kind of wandered into a fucking big fucking overview projection of what the grand plan is. And the grand plan, well, was basically what we thought it was going to be. They were going to, kill off the other community, and then they were going to just lay waste, basically, to all the small communities out there, take all their shit out of the other community, take all the children, because the children are the future. But, don't let the city or the council...
as many children as they could. I guess they're killing some children.
Yeah, they had the council, and the council didn't know what they were going to do. And I find it interesting that this story ultimately still made no sense, because the whole story was, and it was talked about by Terry O'Quinn's characters, that there was another civil war. They fought the government who wanted to basically do what Terry O'Quinn is now doing. He's doing the same shit they were doing, basically.
In that behind the scenes thing, they talk about that it was a thread they pulled from Shane. Like Shane talking about, like, you're not built for this type of world and all this, and you're not one of the survivors. Like, you got to be built different to survive in this world. And that's kind of like what the CRM...
But that's not what Terry O'Quinn did. They didn't know Shane. But
they talk about it. Terry O'Quinn talks about. I'm just saying, a story point.
Right. Well, Rick's. I'm just saying that
they talk about how Terry O'Quinn switched sides and bombed all the people in his hometown, and he loved to save Philadelphia. That he made a big sacrifice for the greater good of humanity and all this and that.
Yeah, so basically he did.
That speech was a little all over the place. I do want to rewatch it again because it was crazy.
He did the opposite of what Okafor did. He did the opposite.
I felt like, wow, they pulled Terry O'Quinn just for this speech, I guess, because he got nothing else. And I did enjoy that, and I was like, wow, what a waste of a character, because
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
Gabe was very
well,
good, and I would have loved to see him do so much more with this character.
right.
'Cause
This
he's a
episode,
phenomenal actor.
I think the first episode and the sixth episode are probably the two best episodes of the series,
Yeah, I would say,
and
yeah.
primarily
And they
because
seemed
Terry,
like they had the most money in them too. Like
right,
the cinematography for 1 and 6 are on par, man. Like
right.
there's some great stuff in this episode. Honestly, I love like them kind of setting up like they're. This is still so weird, but I
But the
mean,
Terry O'Quinn
this is the
character,
love story of the apocalypse. They're like
right.
making love on the bed and all this, and they're getting ready to. They're
Well,
setting
they're
up what
going
they're
back
gonna
and forth. They're
do.
having
They're like
flashbacks and
on
all the
par
stuff.
with each other. They talk about how they're like one and the same, like they're side by side. Then Rick goes in like hands up, like, and that's
But
part
this
of the scene where
episode,
he's
I
like, "You
think,
came back, like you could have just
right.
said you were dead. You could have just got away, but you came back, and I think you're the one that could lead us." And I thought Rick was gonna
for a
stay
second.
because he puts the knife away. I was like, he might do this, man, because I thought that would be like
Would have been
Rick,
maybe more
that would be
interesting
the
if he did.
future for like the show and for him, like that Rick
Right.
is gonna become
Yeah,
a
because
leader
Terry
and try
O'Quinn
to
basically came
change
out and
that.
said that you could save anybody you want, you can bring anybody in. and you're fine.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and it
I
did
thought
show
he
that
was
Rick
but then
considered it
Rick's
for a
having
second.
these flashbacks of all
Right,
these
right.
other guys that promised him this and that, and he's like, no fucking way.
But
He's learned his lesson.
characters
So
in
at
the
least I did
show,
like that.
yeah.
There is some growth.
I mean,
with
I
Rick
think
where
I think the first
didn't
and the
seem as
sixth
stupid.
episode, the first and the sixth episode were as good as they were because of Terry O'Quinn. The acting is really good.
Right.
Terry O'Quinn's really good.
Without a doubt.
And but still, his motivation, even though he had to switch sides, it just makes no sense. He's basically gonna go ahead and do now what Okafor.
Well, he basically just says like, I'll switch sides to do whatever I feels right. It's like you're really just putting up to what he think. I bombed my hometown because I thought Philadelphia was worth saving more. I don't know, like why? Why is Philadelphia worth saving more?
Well, because they had 90,000 people. But then why?
Okay.
Yeah. And now they're gonna have.
I'm gonna rewatch.
Was you gonna go down?
I want to hear that.
You can rewatch it. Yeah, you can rewatch all you want. The shit don't make sense because it was.
I'm sure. But
it was
I just
so
want to see
fucking badly. It was just written badly.
Did you only watch it once?
I only watched it once, but I got what they were going for.
Because I'd like to rewatch it all, like binge all 6 episodes.
I don't know if I could sit through it again.
Well, I know something, but those 3 in between episodes. Just
So he
just
ends
didn't
up
have
killing.
enough story. Once again,
No.
6 episodes, and they still didn't have enough.
All the CRM stuff was just shit. And then conveniently, all the mustard gas stores, which is what they're going to do. They're going to mustard gas, I guess, everybody. All the mustard gas and all the weapons are in one spot. And thank fucking God, they don't got anybody fucking watching it. They got all the soldiers in one fucking spot. There's nobody watching these weapons. Rick and Michonne are able to go in, lay this intricate plan with fucking grenades and leash each one, and put Terry O'Quinn as the walker so that he can just arbitrarily at the right time pull all the pins. And that whole thing was such bullshit because after that huge explosion, which laid waste to everything, the chick with the machine gun doesn't get killed. Come on.
Right.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Fucking Rick and Michonne. They're in fucking ground zero. They don't get killed. They're under a fucking
they do something
with water
weird.
on top of them.
They like put that like boat thing over them with water.
It's just bullshit. And then Rick
still couldn't understand a fucking word that chick was saying.
I know. Rick gets buried with fucking walkers, fucking blows up a fucking grenade, and he's still fucking alive under it.
I thought he was dead.
He should have been dead.
He should have.
Not a fucking.
It was
scratch.
a cool scene though. That was cool.
Yeah. That was the Glenn moment under the dumpster.
Yeah.
It's so fucking ridiculous. And then all this mustard gas is in the air. Now, it showed in the second episode, Michonne was fucked up for a year, just breathing a little bit. Rick doesn't have a mask.
Pretty quick.
Yeah,
they
Rick
do have one. They at least like Michonne. They had no protection the first time.
Yeah, and not only that, but all that mustard gas. Yeah, that would help. All the mustard gas.
Rick was exposed to it a lot longer.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He had this, but that's not going to really help, I feel like.
And then all the Michonne, with the water, maybe it helped a little bit.
Maybe.
And then all the people in the city, that mustard gas now, all this huge concentration is blowing around the air. that would fuck them up too because the winds. It would blow right into the fucking city.
It's weird too because it looked like at the end they're flying in a CRM helicopter, and now they're saying like the CRM. They were listening to the CRM radio, and it's like the CRM is changing their ways.
Yeah, now they
lost this big headquarters, and they're gonna start doing this.
Well,
and
the
that,
CRM,
people
the
in,
CRM that didn't know what
other people.
Right. They're gonna go.
It's like what? No way. These motherfuckers be coming for the heads, and because they made it look like they blew themselves, like it was a fuck up on their part.
They did. They killed all the military. The military part of the CRM is gone.
I was wondering how they were gonna do all this.
The city council.
It came off kind of cool. Of course, everything has to fall into perfect.
The city council decided to, once they found the plan, they decided to start helping people.
But that's when that shit blows up, I was like, damn. I was like, that was lightweight.
Nobody's surviving that. Nobody's surviving.
No way, man. That shit was fucking awesome, though, the way that blew up. There was definitely some cool shit on this, man. I definitely enjoyed this a lot more.
What's up, good?
I still like episode 1 the best, but this episode 1.
Yeah, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 6 were the best episodes. 2 was okay.
You liked it a little better.
3, 4, and 5.
I really was liking that, like the back and forth with Terry O'Quinn, because I know how great of an actor he was.
Yeah, he's a great actor. That was a great speech, and that was a good scene. But overall, the plot and the story was weak as dog shit.
Without a doubt.
The ending, even though it was cool, it looked cool. That's what I mean. I mean, this whole.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Like the Godzilla Kong movie we just saw, right? All that shit is cool. Yeah. All the fights are cool, but ultimately it's fucking so lightweight and so thin that you just fucking forget about it. At least
though, they had their plan. Michonne's gonna go get the fucking paperwork from Jadis. He's gonna go talk to Terry O'Quinn and figure out what
with no problem.
Is. Exactly, yeah.
But I can walk around this thing with no problem.
They make it seem like she can't find it for a split second.
Just realizes
which I thought I was like maybe some. I would have liked too if there had been a glitch where like somebody did find out, and like it was a setup, and Terry Quinn already knew.
And then
I'd have liked there to be a little bit. That's why episode 5 should have been 4, and 5 should have been like there was a glitch, and they had like Terry O'Quinn already knew, and he like planned for Rick to turn on him and all that. Like they should have done something like instead of just. For once in Rick's life, everything went to plan. When the fuck has everything gone to accordingly for Rick? That motherfucker has the worst luck of anybody I've ever fucking seen. But I'm not gonna lie.
What was it? The city relied. You think about that city's pretty much dead anyways because the city relied on the army. They needed the army.
Is there something
doing all that shit? They're all dead now.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Is there something deep down in you that wishes Rick would have taken Terry O'Quinn's deal and like would have taken like the lead?
It would have been maybe a little bit more interesting.
Actually, maybe got his family somewhere for real safe and could have started building a future for like you know what I mean? Because the people that are living in those buildings, man, like they were living good. I mean,
that's the thing. That's the thing is another thing that doesn't make any sense. Why would Rick want to keep his fucking family or anybody stay in Alexandria, which has been blown up 50 million times? Right. They should be coming back here. He should. Now they did this. This city should welcome him.
You just put all those people in danger now,
right?
Too, because now they have nobody to protect them,
right?
And
why not bring everybody from Alexandria? Everybody from Alexandria and all the fucking communities, they should be coming over there.
They had like 30,000 soldiers, so now they have 30,000 more zombies. You know what I mean? And so it's like you fuck those people, and all those people living in the towers, they can't fight. It was the people that you just killed that were protecting them. Right. So it's kind of they're definitely like they're just looking out for themselves, which I get. That's a part of the apocalypse, but that's why I thought it might have been cool for Rick to take that deal to. Help everybody out in Alexandria. Like he said, you'll make whoever safe, and he'd have been the one leading them, and he could have done whatever the fuck he wanted. Which I kind of like thought. I was like, yes, that deal might have been too good to be true, but I think he really did start to believe in Rick, where he's like, you came back, and he's like, this could be like a tale to tell people. And I was buying it for a second. I was like, I think he's gonna take it. I think because I thought that would have been a cool little twist where he goes.
But Rick's not going to kill all those people and all that.
But Michonne comes in like, we got to kill them all.
Yeah.
We got to, because they were going to just get the shit, figure out what the secret was, and then walk away. They weren't going to kill them all at first. And then when Michonne like goes in on that briefing, finding out about the children, she's like, we got to kill them all. And Rick's like, yeah, we got. For once in the entire show, Rick and Michonne were like,
yeah, and she's the only one.
To talk, Rick and
she's the only one that walks out of the briefing and no one fucking stops her and does anything. It's just fucking
right. Yeah, that too.
And then
Rick gets caught instantly when he's trying to drag Terry O'Quinn's body around in that thing and it starts dripping blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I did enjoy this a lot better. Maybe just because the last three were so fucking bad that this probably makes me like this a lot more than I should. But I did enjoy it. I was really just trying to let go of the I don't really think of them as a good couple. I don't see the bond, but I felt it a little bit more in this episode. Like you know what I mean? Like the first 5 episodes, I just did not feel the love. But in this one, I felt like, because they weren't arguing, they weren't like, oh, Rick's not like, I can't do it, we can't beat them. They were actually on point with each other, and it made me think like, oh, maybe they do work a little better. I don't know. But obviously,
this last episode for me just can't make up for shit writing. And then let's talk about the ending.
I did like the ending, though.
I love the ending.
I actually got a little teary, and they were going for a Shawshank Redemption ending.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah,
I like that, and I
bringing up better movies.
I got a little choked up here, and like,
and stop bringing up movies that were written by Frank Darabont, who you fucking fired off the fucking
right.
Wait, that was a slap in the face to fucking Darabont too.
You know,
that was a major slap.
He's like, I'm gonna sue you, motherfuckers.
No, but that was a slap in the face to Darabont. Really was.
But yeah,
I thought the ending was fantastic. My problem with it, though, ultimately, isn't earned. It isn't earned because nothing before it is good enough to earn that ending. The ending is great if it was on a better story.
They didn't even give a fuck about Ricky. They're just hugging Michonne. I was like,
Rick's
gone, but
they don't know Rick. Even the daughter doesn't even know Rick.
Well, Judith does. Yeah,
she was a baby when she left.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I guess
she's just seen pictures. So she was raised by Michonne, technically. Yeah, you're right. I always forget that. Yeah, I know, man. But I did, and that's the Brave Man stuff sucks so bad, but I felt it a little bit at the end.
That and the Taco, whatever fucking saying.
And he's like, you could just call me Dad, and then and then he's like,
no, the ending was great.
He's like, how? Because I believed it.
The ending was great. Of course, the budget could only afford the 2 kids, and we've got nobody else, and they're gonna say that.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd have got all of them.
Well, what was left?
Why not bring at least like the preacher back? You could get them back. Like
they haven't for an episode already, so they couldn't afford them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous with that, and because they're still in the bunker. They're still in the bunker underground.
Who is?
All of them, or at least a good amount of them. They came out of that bunker. Remember, they were living in the bunker, like the underground. You remember they were hiding underground for a while, and they started those underground caves and shit.
No, in Alexandria,
dude, they had the underground.
No, that was a long time ago. That was where Cole died.
Came from.
No, that's where Cole died. No, they rebuilt Alexandria after that.
I know, but they still, I think they were staying in the bunkers.
No,
the bunkers were not that long ago.
Yeah, it was. It was a long time ago.
No,
the Whisper War was like fucking 10 years ago, 8 years ago.
But still, why not stay in them if they're safe? You know what I mean?
They rebuilt all those
bunkers could lead into Alexandria. You never know. That might be like their safe spot so that people don't just go walking into Alexandria, and that's probably where they went. I'm telling you, they came out of a bunker, dude.
Yeah, no bunker.
I'm telling you, dude, go back and watch it.
I think they're gonna save some of the reunion for later on, probably.
Yeah, well, I could see there being a second season or something too. I know they ended.
I think
There's going to be something in the future with Rick. Maybe not.
Oh yeah. I think they'll come back. I think because if they weren't going to come back,
or
I think they
maybe
would have
like
killed.
he's going to be in one episode of Daryl or something. You know, feel like they have to cross over. So like once Daryl comes back to America, then the last episode, maybe like Daryl's going to finally like, because I know they're going to do the crossover, but I feel like it's going to start with just making an appearance or a cameo in one episode of their show and that show until they can do the full-on crossover, which that's going to probably
Rick is just coming back because Kale said over the thing that he's back. So the time that Kale goes to find him, Rick is already back, and what we've seen has already happened. So it's that funky timeline. So yes, I love the ending. I just didn't think it was earned, but the ending was good. And boy, did Judith get old quick.
Yeah,
she looks like a whole different actress.
I think fucking Jada had a drawing of Gabriel too, and that's how she first sees that, and then she sees the cat. But Two-Gun, am I tripping, bro? I'm telling you, they were just in a random field. Where did they come from?
Yeah,
they
I know.
Out of a bunker. I'm telling you, go back and look.
It was dumb. I don't know why they landed. I was thinking about that. Why they landed in a random field. They should have landed closer to Alexandria. I think it's because they didn't film there. They weren't filming where the Alexandria set was.
Oh, shit. Speaking of, dude, I wish we would have. The Walking Dead or the Book of Carol was supposed to show a teaser tonight on that Parish show or something.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. They'll be online.
I don't know either.
But it's not really a Carol series. Carol is just.
I know. I don't know why they're calling it the Book of Carol. Like,
it's like this with the second season.
But no, because I want to see that trailer. I thought maybe it. It looks like new teaser for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon season 2. The Book of Carol dropped 46 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah.
It's only 30 seconds though, so I wonder, are they gonna drop like just a teaser? Come on.
Yeah, for right now, because it doesn't come on until later this year. So
I'm guessing October, like we were talking about.
Probably. Yeah, it's overall. I think.
No, it says this summer.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Dead City's coming back at some point.
So that's maybe the end of summer, though. You know what I mean? And it'll probably go into October. Well, 6 episodes.
No, they wanted to. What they really should do is they maybe do a Walking Dead movie. Do a Walking Dead movie where the whole cast is reunited for a story. That would justify a movie.
Yeah.
But
no, that's not it, because it says stay tuned for a sneak peek of the episode during Parish. So there's something else. It probably just hasn't come on yet. But I mean, the Daryl show is the best. I'm definitely excited.
Probably. But it has issues. They all have issues.
Oh, they definitely do. Because they all have like barely any story.
Yeah, very late.
I think the Book of Carol is not going to be great, but I think it's going to be the best.
I think it's just going to be, it'll be a B plot on the Dale Dixon stuff is all. You're going to see her.
And then, now he's going to, like, when is he going to come back to fucking America? Like, he has no reason to stay in England, man. It's stupid for this fucking random kid.
Yeah, if he likes the kid so much, the girl, take him with him,
Bring him back. Bring them fucking Messiah with you, but I don't know. I don't see why he would come to America.
Yeah, I mean,
it looked like the Kick-Ass Carol from what I saw, but
one of the main problems
switch on and off.
Looking back on the show, and even looking back on like Fear the Walking Dead and Walking Dead, I think one of the main problems with the show is that the characters flip flop so much. During the course of it, they at one point they're fucking kick ass, then they don't want to kill, they're hiding. We went through that with Carol, we went through that with fucking Morgan, and it gets tiring because the characters are like all over the place, and it just gets tiring. They flip back and forth like the wind, the way they're written, But yeah, hopefully we get a kick ass group. So I guess overall, the ending was great, but just kind of dumb. And if you think about it, everybody should have died because that blast was apocalyptic.
Yeah, and I was curious if that was the like original Judith, which it was. I
Oh,
don't
it
know
was,
if
yeah.
that was the original
It was the same kid too. Yeah,
same kid too, same son.
yeah.
Okay,
Judith got really old looking.
which yeah, I know she's probably like 17 now.
Yeah,
But I mean, what do they cost? Nothing. You know what I mean? It's like they're
right.
nobody.
And that's why they had him. But obviously, you had to bring the thing. But would have been nice if they came back with somebody. It's like, who did they come back with? Nobody.
Right, who has
Themselves.
been watching them this whole fucking time?
Yeah.
Who
Well,
have they been
Judas.
with? Have they just been
Judas.
on their fucking own?
Yeah, they're
There has
probably
to be
with.
someone.
They should have brought. They should have brought. Since they had him already, should have brought the Father Gabriel. Or they should. Well, wait a minute. Father
Or
Gabriel is
instead of
Father
using
Gabriel.
them for the dumbass Jaden scenes, use them for that. Like,
Right.
use them wisely, not for that dumbass
I'm trying to
shit.
remember I'm trying to remember who's where at the end of the fucking show, but or at this point, what's her face? Maggie's back, so Maggie
Is
could have
she?
came with him. Yeah,
I'll have to go back and watch the finale of Walking Dead again.
Maggie's back, and Maggie hasn't gone off of Dead City yet because that's 5 years in the future from this show.
Right. Yeah, that's the one that's farthest in the future. Because that's
So,
why I was most curious. I was like, wow, what's fucking Rick's daughter gonna look like, or Judith? Because like how long has this been since he's come back? That's what, because is this even farther than Dead City, or is this in
no, it's
between
before Dead
back?
City. Yeah,
Yeah. So
it's before Daryl Dixon.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
right.
a wonky timeline,
Yeah.
but
Definitely. I can't stay, but as a diehard Dead fan, I wish I could have seen a full cast reunite at the end with those who were left at Hilltop, wherever the hell they went.
yeah, they should have. I think they
completely
should have
agree.
planned for that. I think it should have been him going either into Alexandria or into Hilltop, not just some random field. It felt cheap.
Yep.
And
Yeah, because I'd
instead,
love to see Alexandria again and just see how it looks.
but it's obviously they're holding off on that for another show.
Right. Yeah, they didn't want to do it for one episode for fucking 10 seconds either. Ridiculous.
There is a website, Two Gun, that has the timeline written down. So.
Yeah, I know. I gotta check that out.
It is a very confusing timeline. So overall, let's rate the episodes. I'm going to give. I think episode 1 a 6.
Wow, no, yeah, I gave it like a 9. I really enjoyed episode 1.
Episode 1 I thought still had a lot of issues.
Great.
So I gave it a 6. I'm going to give episode 6 a 6 overall, and I'm going to give 2. I'm going to give a 6.
You're all over the place like the timeline.
2 I'm going to give like a 5 point. I'm going to give it a 5.
You might as well just up 1,
and then I'm going to give I'm going to give 4 and 5 4s. So my overall rating.
Man, you did not give episode 1 a 6.
I gave it a 6.
No
way.
Did.
Absolutely.
Did you go back and look?
No, but you can go ahead and go back and look.
I'm about
I was going to give it like a
7.
I didn't like it at all, and I raised my opinion.
You did on the second watch, though. You liked it a lot more.
I know. Well, it came up to a 6. So I'm gonna give episode. I'm gonna give episode. All right, I'll give episode 1 a 7. I'm gonna give.
I'm gonna
give 2 a 5. I'm gonna give 3, 4, and 5 4s. I'm gonna give the last episode 6. So I'm gonna say my overall opinion of the whole show is a 5. Mid, not great, but not terrible, but not great. Just about in the dead middle of being kind of mediocre. But there was good stuff in it. But overall, the show was a disappointment. But there was good stuff in it. Just overall not good. And it was the writing for me.
I'd probably give episode 1. I believe I gave it like an 8 or a 9. So I go 9 because I still really did enjoy episode 1. 2, I'd probably give like a 7.5. 3, I'd drop down to like a 5.5. Wait, let me see. What were the episodes again? Was 5 the one, or is 3 the one where they're stuck in? Wait,
3, 4, and 5 are the ones where not
oh,
much happens.
3. Yeah, 3.
3 and
She's
4.
in the thing. 3 would be a
3,
6. Wait,
3
so
they're in that
1 I
building.
give a 9. 2 I give an 8 or a 7.5. 3 I'd give a 6.5. 4 I would give like a 5.5. 5 I would give
5 should get a
6.
5 should get a bump for just because Jadis
I was
got
gonna that yeah, I'd say
out.
6 for that. Because if I get 4, 5.5, 6, and then episode 6, I'd probably give it a 8.5. Because I think I like episode 1 a little bit better. But maybe I bumped it, just give it a 9 because it's 1. But I do think I like episode 1 a little bit better than 6 because there's still some dumb things in 6 that weren't perfect, but I thought it was the most on par with.
Yeah, my disappointment with the show is just for all the time they had.
Overall, I'd probably give it like a 6.8 out of 10 overall, the show.
Yeah, so for all the time they had to come up with this, I can't believe they couldn't come up with a better written story.
Yeah.
And
6.8, 6.5, something like that.
Little disappointing that way for me, but
yeah, I know all the fucking years they had. Crazy.
They did obviously want to emphasize the romance part of it, and you could do that and still have a good story. And did it annoy you too that girl, the one that you couldn't understand? It's like her motivations were all over the place. Like sometimes she was Rick. I can't even fucking say it. With Rick. And then, like, tonight she wanted to fucking just kill him again. And I guess she was disappointed in him, but I could have thought she could have got, maybe she would have been, went over to his way of thinking, but I don't know.
Yeah.
She was all over the place, too.
Yeah. They always like to give a weird fucking girl to go up against Rick, too. It's like, so that she could kick Rick's ass and Michonne could save him from her.
They should have hard-coded subtitles under her dialogue so you could understand.
Seriously.
Every time she talked with some kind of thing.
I could not understand a fucking word she was saying.
I mean, I think I understood the people in France better than I understood what she was talking about. And some of those people I couldn't understand what they were saying either.
They were actually speaking a different language.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, so 5 for me. It was a disappointment. And
yeah, it was a letdown. I wouldn't say disappointment because at least we got to see them, like, him come back home, and I thought that was good, but it was definitely a letdown.
Yeah. I think unless you earn that, that's got to be that.
Jadis was totally fucking misused and terrible. She was so much better in the show. Yeah, even though I thought she was annoying as hell in the show, but she was just terrible in the show, dude. Yeah, in this show, she was way better in the original Walking Dead show.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, she didn't really have much in the show, but like this, she had absolutely like pointless.
You talk about you like Terry O'Quinn's speech, and his speech made the most sense of everything because when he was giving a breakdown on like how much life is left on the earth because of the zombies decaying and putting out plague, and the fact that they're running out of food. Texas has been nuked in Fear the Walking Dead. All that shit's down there. Hey, he's absolutely right. And I don't see what they did is going to help anything, Yeah. I guess if they had written that story better, well, I could get behind him, like give him more motivation. Say we've had all our scientists working on this, and these are the absolute facts. Earth dead in 10 years from famine. We found this fucking disease from the zombies. That they're going to give us plague, boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to make sure that at least one community survives, and it's going to be our community. And we're going to go scorch earth and everybody else. If they had built that up, that would have been all right. But they didn't build it up until the last episode. He spills all that, and it's just poorly written. It was You know, they give Denai Guerrero a whole episode to write a fucking Hallmark thing in that building when they could have been fucking putting a bit of plot in the story, you know?
Yeah. Seriously.
So I guess that's it for a while, but I think Rick and Michonne will return at some point. So
yeah, we'll have to come back and review Daryl when it comes out.
we haven't seen the end of Rick and Michonne.
Yeah. I'd definitely be down to review Daryl Dixon season 2. That's another big popular one, so I think it'd be worth to review. And it's only 6 episodes, so it's really not that big of a big.
Was it
and
6 or was
probably
it 8?
6.
Okay, yeah, they all were 6, I think.
Yeah.
I guess that's their sweet spot and how much they can afford.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, some cool stuff, I guess, but overall, it's a 5 for me. But I enjoyed having fun reviewing this stuff, and hopefully we'll get some more.
Twisted again on Sunday night stream.
What's that?
He said it looks like Rock and Robbie's a little twisted on his Sunday night stream.
He's twisted? What does that mean?
Like a tipsy.
Oh, he's
does twisted sound like a good?
Oh, he's fucked up again?
I don't know. I didn't say fucked up. I said tipsy.
Oh, tipsy. He was fucked up last week. I think it was last Sunday too. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see him last week, so I can't say. But he likes to have fun on his Sunday shows. That's when he really lets loose.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why everybody fucking turned into zombies too.
You think Terry O'Quinn liked? Do you think Terry O'Quinn liked playing that zombie at the end? I wonder.
Yeah,
I wish we got an interview with him. That would have been cool.
I know, right? Yeah, what a letdown with him, man. I thought what we got from him was great, but it's like we got 2 episodes basically. Yeah. 1 in 6 they basically used him for.
Yeah, he could have done so much more. You know.
Seriously.
They probably could only afford him in 2 episodes, so that's what we got. All right, so what's coming up, Dylan? What we got coming up? We got this week sometime we're going to be putting out a review of License to Kill. Look for that sometime this week.
Gotta try to get GoldenEye reviewed at some point. Maybe we can get that done tomorrow. And next week we got Graveyard Shift on DHS to kick off April, kick off Stephen King month. So
yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. It'd be fun to watch that again. So
yeah, I love that one. So always a fun watch. Brad Dourif is fucking awesome in that.
Well, thank everybody for sticking with us over these last 6 episodes. We're reviewing the ones who live. We enjoyed it. Hope you did too.
Yeah, bummer we won't have anything for you next Sunday. We'll have to find something to do in between, but we'll be back for Daryl because me and Scarphead love us some Walking Dead. So
I'll always watch it.
Daryl's a popular one, so
yeah, I always watch it. So
yeah,
you always
watch. Might as well come talk about it for 30 minutes.
That's right. Happy Easter once again. Hope you guys
have a good day. Guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right. Later, dudes.
Peace out, y'all.